Would you be able to withstand several days of weather in the worst case scenarios? Today, as we have a storm here brewing in my home state as it snows, I have thought about this. And I have thought about it other times before in the springtime when we would have tornado warnings. So today I'm going to give you a checklist of items to prepare you for worst case storms, power outages, and you'll be able to get your weather kits together. I'm also at the end going to give you some bonus tips on how to live like the Amish do and living off the grid. Some people are already prepared to do that when they are living off the grid when they come into these situations, but because most of us are not, I'll tell you what they do and how they live every day, and you may be able to take some interest in it and adopt some ideas. So let's get started. Welcome to the Enjoying Your Life channel. If you think that you would like this video, this would be of any benefit to you, share it, like it, become a subscriber. Become a subscriber if you like enjoying your life, because that's what we do here. The first thing that we need to have stored and ready is to have battery packs and mobile chargers. Now we need to be sure that everything is charged 100% before your storm hits. The second thing we need is battery-powered flashlights. And number 3, battery-powered weathered radios. Number 4, that goes in the same category, is we need batteries. Number 5, get you a first aid kit. Pharmacies or stores may not be open. Number 6, non-perishable food. These are things that do not require refrigeration. We'll talk about this a little later. Number 7, get you a manual can opener. Number 8, think about the baby items. Stock up on those, on your formula, your diapers, your supplies, and baby medicine. Number 9, your pet supplies and pet food. Number 10, remember to get your medications refilled. Number 11, candles. Stock up on that throughout the year. And 12, what goes with the candles? We need some lighters and matches. 13, if the storm gets worse for me today, I will need a shovel. And the reason I need this shovel, number 14, is I need to have cash on hand in case I do need to go to the store or to the gas station. Speaking of gas, number 15, a gas space heater or generators. 16, you need battery-powered carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. Now your portable generators, if you bring them indoors, you will have to worry about carbon monoxide. So you may want to keep your generators outside. Number 17, we want to stock up on bottled water, or we want to use food containers and fill them with water. Number 18, thermal blankets. Number 19, something to clean the windshield with. And we may have to go to another location or go to another state in extreme circumstances. So in an emergency, you want to have something to clean the windshield with. And 20, you want to have emergency flares. You also want to have those little neon lights. They come in a little packet. They're very long. I can't think of what the name is right now. They're like a little glow light. You want to have those in case of an emergency. 21, you want to have toiletries. 22, you want to have tools on hand, such as knives, screwdrivers, scissors, pliers, thermometers. And number 23, you want to have handy your contact list written down. Now, I may can go do a whole video on this when my phone was stolen in another state. I was without a phone and without my contacts written down. You definitely do not want to be stuck without that. There's so few numbers that we probably know by heart now, thanks to technology. So it's a curse and a blessing. Let's see, where are we at? 24, you want to have games to play to pass the time, to keep you from fretting and worrying, and also to keep those kiddos busy. 26, you want to know where your personal paper documents are. Same thing in case you need to go to another location in an emergency or to a different state. You already know where these are and have them handy and ready to go. 27, you want to have a cooler with ice to try to keep your foods from spoiling and lasting longer. Hopefully you will not be without power for long. A couple years back ago, we had a power outage when we had a tornado here. And fortunately, my power was turned on, I think, within 2 days. But right across the street, my neighbor, I think it took a week for his power before they got his started, and we were on the same street. Luckily for me, my power lines were in the back of my house going over to another street that they had already started working on. But you definitely want to have some ice. We'll talk about this a little bit later when we talk about living off the grid. I'm going to tell you some things, what you can do in the power outage, what I want you to do. Some ideas for you. Number 28, weatherize your car. We want to put some tire chains on. So that way, if you have to go out in the snow, you will be prepared. I live in a city where it rarely snows. And so, we don't really have the equipment to go around and put salt out and all that good stuff. So, and I don't have one of those trucks either that I need to maneuver through the snow. So I don't know about you, but that's something to think about. And 29, you just want to have a big container or a big bin so you can store all of this that I am asking you to have on hand for your emergency prepared kits, and so that you will be ready to go and that is stored. Keep your eyes on those emergency flares, though. Those little neon things that I'm talking about, I don't think they last that long, so you want to replace them. They will expire quickly, so each year you want to replace those things, and of course your batteries. All right, for living off the grid and things that the Amish do, and just other tips that I want you to use. Number one, the Amish, what they use, you buy a wood-burning cook stove, okay? So a wood-burning cook stove will heat your home. It will also heat water so you can bathe and be able to wash your clothes, and of course be able to cook and bake. Number two, people off the grid keep their water bottles with the built-in filter. Those are the ones that they use. Or you may use a water filtration straw. Number three, just a regular tip for us when the power outage happens. Please keep your refrigerator and your freezer's doors closed at all times. I know you may tend to look in them to see how things are going, or the kids may open it up. Keep it closed because your food will last at least 4 to 6 hours in the refrigerator, and it can last up to 2 days in the freezer if you keep everything tightly closed. Also, we talked about canned goods, non-perishable food items, but also consider canning. So you can can ahead of time in case you have these emergencies. Or you can buy freeze-dried foods at the grocery store and stock up on them. And while we're still talking about food and cooking, you may also want to look into getting some propane stoves. And you'll also need some backup propane. Next, use hot hands to warm your hands and feet. You can also use towels and push them up against the doors to block the drafts, and you can put plastic on your windows. You might want to keep a good drying rack for drying your clothes, especially if you have went out and got yourself one of those cook stoves that we talked about that the Amish use. And know how to light a good fire and have wood available. And most importantly, work with your neighbors, help each other, and share things. I thank you guys for taking time with me. I love you, and until next time, I see you in the future. Goodbye for now.